All right, guys, welcome. We are going to start this Rank Daddy Maps training kind of basic. You may know some of this stuff, but we're going to very quickly get into stuff that you think you know that I guarantee you don't know. You have no idea. The little secret gems that are hidden in your maps listing that you can do and actions you can take to very quickly dominate the map pack. So let's get into this. So first thing, obviously, you're going to need to do is have a listing. But before that, you're going to have a Gmail account. So whether you're setting this up for yourself, for your own business, or you're teaching your client how to do it, or you're setting up your client's business with its own listing that maybe you're going to manage or they're going to manage, it doesn't matter. You have to start with a Gmail account. So start by logging into your Gmail. If you don't have one, create one. Log into that account. The next thing you're going to do, go to google.business.com to create the GMB account. And GMB, we're going to say a lot during this training. It means Google My Business. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about the Google Maps listing. It doesn't specifically refer to being in the 3-pack, although that's where we're trying to get. That's what the goal is. But the Google listings are in the map listing section. And let me show you what I mean. So you go to Google, you do a search, New Braunfels plumbers. Now you only are seeing the map pack, which is normally consisting of 3. Now Google obviously is in it for the money. They're adding ads within the map pack. But if you go to more places, and again, this is very basic. I know a lot of you guys know this already. You've got the entire listing of every single business that is in Google Maps for that keyword, ranked for that keyword. Now, if you may have a plumbing site and you're not ranked in the map pack for, city plus plumbers. That's because your listing is probably not set up properly. So there'll be several pages. Don't confuse this with SEO. When you're trying to rank somebody SEO, don't pitch them on maps. Pitch them on the organic part. Now, if you're doing a combination, obviously you can do that. We're going to rank you in organically. We're going to also rank you in maps. The idea is to get you to dominate as many pieces of real estate on the first page of Google as possible. And that's what the goal of expanding and just adding to your agency's offerings is all about. So you may start a client on organic SEO and you're getting $1,000 a month or whatever from them. And then maybe do an add-on for maps, because maps is crazy profitable. If you got somebody in the map pack for a business and they're in the top 3, these guys are getting probably 95% of all of the plumbing jobs in New Braunfels. So it's profitable. So I mean, you can literally go and just make a living signing up clients for the map pack and ranking them, establishing them, and dominating in the maps listing once you're done with this course. So you have to kind of decide how you want your agency to go, whether you're going to take on clients and do it as a combination, because there are expenses once you see hard cost expenses to rank somebody in the map pack if it's competitive. If it's not, then you may not have those expenses. So you kind of have to play it by ear, kind of have to decide as you got a client whether you're going to try to rank them in the maps and organically at the same time. The cool thing is the way the Rank Daddy platform is set up. When you're ranking organically, following those few steps in the Rank Daddy process is already building your trust for this map pack. There's other map courses available online, but they're all starting from scratch. You've already now, if you've got a client and you're ranking them organically SEO, you've already got a massive head start because you've got a huge foundation of trust going with Google for when you add on this map pack technique. You're going to really be able to blow up your clients' rankings. So, get back over here. Go set up your account at Google Mailbox or Google My Business. I always say Google Mailbox. So when you're going through the setup, you're going to want to only put in the business's name, the address, the phone number, the URL, and don't go into it any further than that. Be sure, though, that the name, address, phone number, the NAP, is exactly the same on the website as you're entering it into Google Maps as you're setting it up. There can't be any conflict there. And you learned about this in the citation section of the regular SEO training. This is critical. To get Google to recognize and place local relevant authority, it has to match. If they don't have their address listed on their website, make sure it's listed. Never add keywords to your business name. A lot of SEO people will try to game the Maps algorithm by putting New Braunfels Plumbers, Connolly Plumbing, the name. You don't want to stick keywords into your Maps listing where the business name goes. Yes, in many cases it works, but Google is quickly finding these out, and they realize it's not in harmony with your business. Now, if that's your business name and that's the business name of your website or of your business, and it reflects that on your business's website, great, do it, because that's your business name. Just don't try to stuff keywords into your business name, because we're seeing it daily now. People who have done this are getting their Google Maps account, the Google My Business account, shut down. And good luck trying to start up another one with that business. It is not going to happen. So never try to game Google's algorithm. If you're working on a lead gen site or something that you don't care that comes down later and you just want to rank blast in the map packs to get extra listings, it's probably pretty safe, because you're just going to dispose of that if it ever goes down. Start over with a new email address and a new company name. It's not like you're affecting an actual client's business. Never, never, never do this to a client. Don't stuff keywords into your business name. It doesn't work anymore. Used to, but Google now rewards branding. They want to see that company name. So that's that. When you get down to categories, select only one at this point. When this is all in the establishment of the GMB listing, okay? We're gonna talk about categories later and how you can add more categories and even change the template or the theme of a category, change its meaning to be able to rank for more categories. Enter the URL. Now this is important too. If it's a service area business, okay, where the customers or the business goes to the customer, check the box that says I deliver goods and services to my customer. If they don't, and it's a storefront, and the customers visit the business, do not check this, even if they do both, because there's some plumbing stores that you can walk in and buy plumbing parts, right? But they also go out and serve customers. Don't select I only deliver goods and services to my customers, because then your address isn't going to show. There's a lot of weight that's placed on showing your address in the Google map. Even if you're a landscaper and you only go out and customers never come to you, if that client is willing to put their address there, it leads to so much more trust and so much higher rankings faster in the map pack if an address is visible and you don't check this, I deliver goods and services to my customers. We'll probably talk about this more extensively as we get into the training, but just know that when you're selecting that, you're only going to get a radius, and it's not as effective. It is effective, but it's going to be more effective if you've got a visible address, even to customers if they're searching. And I'm probably going too far into this, but Google has started using the business listings at the top of the map section. They're paid sections, but then if you look down, you're going to see the address shown on every one of those that are listed at the top. In the paid ads section, they've got their address showing. It's just a powerful thing. If a customer is looking for a plumber, it's more trustworthy to see an actual business than just a plumber that's working out of his truck, and who knows, it's kind of sketchy. It could be scary. You don't know who you're getting. Oh, this guy's got an address. They got an actual storefront. I'm not going to go there, but hey, I'm calling him. So it's kind of subconscious in the customer's mind. Just think about that as you're working your clients and explaining to them. Yes, a lot of times they don't want to have their address shown because they think people are going to show up. Use a mail center address, something like that. There's a lot of alternatives to be able to show an address and not have crazy people, they're worried about crazy people coming to their house because they're running their business out of their house. So there's that. You get to that point, you just click continue. Google will send you a postcard to verify that this is your address and this is your location of the business. you'll get that usually within 5 to 10 days. Be on the lookout for it. If it's going to the client's address, their business, make sure they know to be watching for it. Usually it's about 5 days you're getting this. Could go to 10, could go to 14, rarely. Usually they're cranked out and it's all automated, right? Sometimes it's mistaken for junk mail. So be sure that they're watching for it because it's just a flimsy little postcard, and it's common to be chunked in the trash. And it's also common to not even show up. You know, maybe the mailman thinks it's junk mail and he throws it away for you. It's sometimes you have to request another postcard. There'll be a PIN code when you open that little paper postcard up. On the inside, you just simply log back into google.business.com, verify the code, and your listing will go live in the map section. Not in the 3-pack, but in that long list, somewhere it'll fall into that maps listing for the category that you are listed in. If your card doesn't show within 14 days, you can call Google and let them know. Normally, they'll just verify your listing over the phone. And I'm going to show you how we do that. I've done this several times, and this is an example site that is pending verification. You just simply scroll down to the bottom. Actually, let's see. They've moved it on me. Here it is. Verify location. So this is, I'm already logged into the Google My Business. Having problems? See, they want to mail another code. Let's change the method. Now, you can have them call. This looks a little bit different. Okay, so it changed a little bit. And if it changes again, you're just going to have to navigate your way around until you get to this phone number part. But you click here to this Learn More, and this page opens up. You go to Phone Verification Availability. Okay, so it's not that. It's verify your local business listing. See, like I said, I haven't done this in a while, and it has changed a bit. Why won't it click? Oh, maybe I'm already on it. Okay, so then lost or missing verification codes. Wonder if it thinks I'm not signed in. Google doesn't just want everybody to call them, right? So you got to navigate. Expired verification code. So I'm glad we're having this trouble in real time because it shows you that sometimes you've just got to work for it. I think it's under Contact Us. Verification. I requested a postcard more than 14 days ago. Contact Us. There it is. So you simply fill out your information and your URL, consent, and then put your phone number in. Then they call you. It's that simple. So you got to work through a few things, but there's a way if you do not get your card to have them call you. Now, you have other options. If you can't go through all that, you can also have us do it. SEO outsource. If you can't get a verified GMB, or you need an additional one, in other cities, maybe your business serves it, but they don't have a physical office. You can come over here to SEO Outsource, go to Services, and come down to find this. Verified Google My Business. Google Maps listing. It's fast. Usually 48 hours. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but it's usually pretty quick. So what we do is find a random business address where there's no building, and our team literally, I'm not going to tell you exactly how we do it. We just do it, okay? This isn't for clients normally, because clients can normally put a postcard in and get their own. But this is like last case scenario. If you can't get one, some businesses are crazy hard to get, locksmiths and things like that. Or if you're using it for lead generation sites or things like that, extra areas, you can come over here and just buy one. Okay, so that's that. Now, if you got a service area business and you've selected that my business delivers to customers, do not overlap service areas. So you have multiple locations, right? So maybe a customer serves here in my city in New Braunfels, and then also the next city over in San Marcos, but also the other way in Schertz. So kind of New Braunfels in the middle of it. It's all like here on the I-35 corridor, total of like 30 minutes apart from the farthest city to farthest city, with New Braunfels sitting in the middle. Don't overlap. So if you're picking a radius around your city, don't pick another radius on this city that overlaps into this city, because then you're going to have an area in the middle that overlaps, and it's going to confuse the heck out of Google. Make sure the centroid or the center point of that city, if it's 10 miles to this city, don't put more than a 10-mile radius on each one of these. You know, you can choose what your radius is on your service area. It doesn't have to overlap and go as massive as you think. If you've got a 15-mile radius around a city, that's a huge area, and you're going to rank even in areas that are outside that circle. Just don't let your service areas overlap if you're dealing with a business that has multiple locations. You may need to get into a client's GMB to verify this information. If you've taken on a client that has multiple locations and they already have multiple maps, you're going to have to clean it up, okay? It's just part of the process. It confuses Google when there's overlapping service areas. They may not show you at all. When you are setting up a multiple location, keep the brand consistent. So what I mean is, for every GMB you set up, the URL that you put in there should link to the landing page or the city page on that website. This makes it completely relevant locally for each location. So you may have multiple cities that you're serving in an area. But be sure that the website address you're putting in the GMB setup, the GMB listing, is linking to that location, not everything linking to the home page, because then you're going to kill all your other locations. You're not going to get any traffic or any rankings on maps for your other locations, because you're telling Google, we're only this website, which is the home page, which is actually dedicated to only the main city. So you're going to set it up like website.com, location 1, website.com, location 2. So you can set it up like this, or if you got 2 or 3 location pages, use a structure like this, and you can use website.com/location/city1, website.com/location/city2, city3. Now you can interchange these locations. Maybe it's like service area or whatever. Just be sure that this is the address going to your secondary city page. Obviously, your main listing is going to go to the home page, unless you've got multiple locations and you're using the home page as just like a brand portal. So you really don't mention many cities other than maybe in the footer you've got a city page or a locations page. And all of your city pages are on dedicated pages like this. So you kind of have to decide. Post in the group if you have questions, because there's a lot of guys that have deals with multiple service areas. Just be sure the most important part is, if you're setting these up or if you're going in cleaning them up, be sure that each GMB links to its associated page. Okay? Now, that is about it for this section. So, let's move on to the next.